There's a lifting of the hearts. Oh, there's a lifting of the eyes. Beyond the hills where our help comes from. Help me sing the there's a lifting of the eyes. Church, there is a lift. There's a lifting of the heart. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary. There's a lifting of the heart. Beyond the hills to where our help comes from. So we will lift up our heads. Man, it is so good to see you all. Hey, sis, MB3, what's going on? And my sister Beverly, how you doing? It is so good to see you all. I came with a midweek praise fest this week because Sunday I missed y'all. I didn't get to do the gospel show. And I had a playlist, but I was like, what better day to play it than on Wednesday in the middle of the week over the hump day? So I am doing so much better, but I'm glad to be here. And we're going to talk about a couple of things. And one of them is, what is a covenant? Okay, what is a covenant? A covenant is an agreement. A covenant, a relationship God does what he is his part, and you work the work. Faith without works is dead. So let's stop blaming our failures on God, not being God, but let's look at ourselves. And I'm not saying blaming on yourself, but let's look in the mirror and say, did I do the work? And I tell you, there's been some challenges for me, after having this stroke and everything, but there have been some challenges for me. And one of the things I was talking to one of the neurologists, she said, there was a couple of things that contributed to the stroke. One of them was my sugar levels were up because I started drinking. Y'all know I get on here and say my drinking choice is water. But drinking Cokes, I started drinking Coke, eating late night snacks, which was sweet sometimes. Also smoking cigarettes and all of that. And one of the things when we talk about, I tell you, love is an action word. It's not just what you talk about, but it's what you be about. And so we have to take, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was saying, oh man, he gave me a word. And I thank God for all of y'all who have given me a word, who just given me so much love. And one of the things he was talking about, he was sharing with me, that there's a responsibility that we have in our restoration. Yeah, we do. We have a restoration. We want God to restore us back to our rightful place. There's a responsibility we have. And me with that one, if I say that I love you, it needs to be an action. And I was sitting up at the hospital, and one of the things I did, and I know he's looking right now, but my kids were there and my grandkids, And little Marvell, that's my youngest grandson. And he would look over there at me, and I was like, he seen me in the hospital and more times than any of my kids and grandkids. In January, he saw me in there. So he seen me in the hospital a couple of times. I looked at him, I'm like, there's a covenant that I have that I want to be around when that little man graduates from high school, go to college, and become a doctor, an attorney, whatever he's going to be. Become whatever God ordained him to be. So I have to look at him. So some of these things we got to understand, that's some accountability that I have. If we want restoration to come, I have to be accountable. And that's one of the things we find that we don't want to do. We don't want to be accountable what we contribute to those things that happen to us, whether it's our health. We're going to do some restoration. How about we go to that, the wines? How about that? It's on the way. There we go. I'm dedicating that one to my grandson, Marvell. He likes to watch his Nemo at the little cafe.
This is my plan, yeah. Restore me. Restore me, restore. Restore me the joy. Restoration is finally come. Been restored back to my place in God. Restoration is finally come. Been restored back to my place in God. What would I know about being restored if I never lost my place? What would I know about His mercy if I had gotten out of it? Restoration, restoration, that's finally been restored back to my place in God. Oh, restoration, restoration, finally been restored back to my place in God. It reminds me of prodigal son. After his right to the living, all the evil he had done. Yet when he returned, his father received him home, gave him a ring of gold, put him on the road, killed the fatted calf, gave him something he never ever had. Restoration has finally come. I've been restored back to my place. Go say it one more time. Restoration has finally come. Been restored back to my place. Oh, what would I know about being restored back to my place? What would I know about His mercy if I had gotten out of it? It sort of reminds me of the prodigal son. After his right to the living, all the evil he had done. Yet when he returned, his father received him home, gave him a ring of gold, put him on the road, killed the fatted calf, gave him something he never ever had. Restoration has finally been restored.
I tell you, restoration, being restored to the original state. In other words, what God wants us to be. So it means to make it better, is to restore it. So he was sharing with me, he said, well, there's going to be some restoration. And he was talking about, and you know, it's amazing how people can watch you and see what you've gone through. He said, I've seen you go through a lot of things, and I've seen you lose a lot of things that were very important to you. And I'm not wanting to do that anymore. I know we will do that. We will lose things that are important to us. But I want to definitely make sure that I'm restored to that. Okay, how you doing? Who is it? Let me pull it up here. Fabian, how are you doing? All right, you there in California. It's so good to see you here. Yeah, so restoration. And so those things, and let me tell you something else I found out. Addiction is a killer. It leads to death. When I say death, death of relationships. And you lose, I mean, it really is. And, you know, and I was sitting up thinking about, I've been smoking cigarettes. I used to hate that, cigarettes. But one of the things is it can really take you out, not just cigarettes, but addiction to anything, to food or to people or whatever, we can do that. But I'm thankful to God for who he is and how he has been so great to me and how great he is to us that I'm here. It was August the 21st that I had my stroke. And I'm going to tell you, one of the things I sit up and think about, there's some things I want to do is be here for my children getting married, my grandchildren graduate from high school, go to some of their weddings. I don't want none of them to have no weddings no time soon. But let's go with some Juanita Bynum. How great is our God? Yeah. How about that?
Deserve the glory.
Y'all go ahead and hit the share button.
All the honor. Yeah. I lift my hands in worship and I bless your holy name. 'Cause you are great. You do miracles so great. There is no one else like you. Nobody else like you. There is no one else like you. For you are great. You do miracles so great. Yes, you. There is no one else like you. There is no one else. You are great. Yes, you are. Miracles so great. So great. No one else like you. Nobody else like you. There is no one else like you. Yeah. You are great. So great. Nobody else like you.
Think about that. God is great. He is great. There's no one like him, And I would tell you, over the last week, I've been going back and asking my daughter and everybody that was at the hospital to tell me what happened, even when I left her. I had just finished the show on the 21st. I just finished doing the show here. And I went over to my bed and I was trying to put a spread on there. And that's when I fell backwards. And I was telling my son and my son-in-law to pick me up. and take me to the hospital. They're like, "No, we're gonna call 911." But one of the things they say about a stroke is very important how soon you catch it, and and so just the wisdom of them and not just doing what I say to do, and just running on and taking me on up there. But God is great. It could have been a different way, but I'm grateful that He is, that He is. And we're gonna go with this one here. I just want to say that He is.
He's the mighty God. 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 He's the mighty God.
Y'all know that was my arm that did that, right? We're going to talk about that song here in a minute. But He is a mighty God. That one is dedicated to I'm telling y'all, my grandkid, probably my biggest fan. Are you doing the show today? Are you doing the show? That He's a mighty God. That's Mr. Asher right there. Okay, then. But here we go. Excess love. And this is just the way I feel like the Lord loves us. That He has an excess love. It's just way beyond what we can expect. And that's what He expects of us, our love for one another. All right, here we go, J.J. Harston. Beautiful praise. Here we go. Here we go.
You love me too much. You love me too much. Too much. Your love is kind. Your love is patient. You fill my heart with so much peace and joy. You're my music. You make my life feel brand new. Jesus, you're our music. You make my life feel brand new. Yeah. Jesus, you love me too much. Oh, too much. Oh, too much. Excess love.
Now, what about that? What about that? His love for us is an excess. It's just too much. Sometimes I think about how we fail and we mess up. That's why I went up here when I talked about a covenant. In a covenant relationship, God does his part and we work the work. And what we don't want to do is work the work. And it's an agreement. A covenant is an agreement. And it's an agreement, a verbal agreement, sometimes a written agreement. You know, a covenant in a marriage and a friendship. As a parent, I have a covenant with my children that I'm going to love them. And one of the things I'm going to tell you I see, my kids have a covenant with me. I don't know during this time what I would have done without my children being there for me. And I'm telling you, they have been there for me. I'm talking about, I just finished eating. If I have grease on, I just finished to eat some chicken my son picked for me. But my children have been a blessing to me. And they say, Mama, but that's because we've seen your love. And you know, I mean, we're going to leave a legacy for our children. Let that legacy be the examples of how we live our lives. And that is it. And you know, one of the things is when somebody close to you can vouch for how you live, that's something, because they get to see you. And that's something. And that's what we have to do. We have to be that light that we want people to see. If we say that we're Christian, let's walk that way. If you have a child and you always talking about that you're a Christian and they always see you cheating, robbing, lying, they'll start thinking those are the characteristics of Christ, because we are Christ in the earth. And so that's Jesus. We love you so. We with excess. Let me just say this. Sissy Houston, the mother of Whitney Houston, passed this week. And you know, I always try to do a tribute to someone that has been in the music industry, that they have music out there. Sissy Houston. The Lord will make a way, okay? Here we go. I'm just so blessed. Everything was saying, I hope you realize how important you are to us. I hope y'all realize how important you are to me, you know. And I mean that when I said each time I miss y'all, I'm here and I'm not, and you're not here, I miss you. Yes, I do. And it's amazing how we can touch each other and love all over the world. And that's the way it is. Love is not just me and my three and my four and my friends and stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you this: one of the things I saw and I have seen over the years, especially I would say under the last 2 months. Yeah, that's my papa. And I want to say this: some of y'all didn't know, but right after I got out of the hospital after I had the stroke, my little dog, the one that used to sit in my lap sometimes, got attacked by some pit bulls, and we had to put her to sleep on the 19th. And we are trying to recover, from that. That was really very devastating for me. If you all know me, you know I love my dogs. And that's Papa. He said, you haven't been doing the show, so I guess he want to come in as our assistant DJ today. Yes, indeed. And I'm not staying on here very long. My daughter has told me to be very careful because, I got to get my rest, which I've been getting plenty of rest, but not to overdo it. So that's why I haven't been here 3 times a week, but I'll be back. Okay, so anyway, but let me just say this. Your love for me is amazing, and my love for you is amazing. And it is not just something we talk about, but it's something that we be about. You all being here with me and me being here with you is just an example of that. Your love is amazing. God's love is what connects us, no matter where we are. Yes, and so thank you so much, MVP, saying thank God. I am thankful for being here. How about it? Your love? How about that?
Put your hand on your neighbor, say you have been touched. Put your hand on them, say you have been touched. Changed, healed. Say this, totally free from sin. Say that again, totally free from. I have been touched, changed, healed, totally free from sin. Every shackle broke. Now I can live again. Don't say it. I have been touched, changed, healed, free from sin. Every shackle broke. Now I can live again. I need everybody say, I have been touched, changed, healed, totally free. You ain't lying, you're quick slap. Say it. Every shackle broke. Now I can live. Here we go. Say, I've been restored. Everybody. I've been restored. I've been renewed. I come alive. Because. Say that again. I've been restored. Yes. I've been renewed. I come alive. Because of you. I have been set free by your love. Come on, say it. I have been set free by your love. I want you to confess this. Heavenly peace. Covenant. All of my sins. A bunch of times. Back to the top. Here we go. Say, I have been touched. Everybody. I have been touched. Changed. Healed. Totally free. You can't have it if you want to say it. Every shackle, said it broke every chain. Now I can live. Now I can live. I've been restored. I've been restored. Say it again, children. Say, I've been restored. Jesus, I come alive because of you.
I have been set free. I've been renewed. And I'm getting renewed every day. And I'm going to tell you, we have to do the work to make a change. Today I was talking to my physical therapist. She said, what do we need to work on? I told her, the only thing I'm having difficulty is when I'm in the bed at night, I'm going from my left side to my right side because I sleep on the left side. It's different to move on that. So we worked on it. We did some strengthening exercise, and I'm glad God is changing my story. And this is this. I don't want him to change my story from love to love. That's the story that I've had. And that's the story, the love that you all give me, the love y'all share with me, and me being able to share that same love with you. And change my story on doing better, us doing better, all of us doing better, so that you all can be here with me. I love that. I love that. I love that you decided to be here with me. But here we go. God is changing your story. It don't have to be the same old story. I was talking to somebody. One of the things, the reason that story doesn't change, we are not accountable. We don't want to be accountable when we offended someone or when we hurt someone. And I asked somebody the other day, what did a covenant mean to them? And they were like, why are we going there? Well, the thing of it is your word anything? Let God change your story. How about that? Here we go. We're going to get up out of here. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. And I hope to see y'all Friday night.
But listen, I know we're out of recording, but can we make this our sanctuary tonight? I want you to think about that thing, and I want you to look at somebody as a matter of fact. Grab the hand of the person you're standing next to, and lift your hand in the air. That's it, lift your hand in the air. I don't know what the enemy has been using against you to keep you from being what God wants you to be. But I came to tell somebody,
I'm up out of here. I love y'all. See y'all Friday night. Thank you for being here. Y'all can share this even after the event is over.
I don't believe
You can share.
fairy tales. I guess I've